Nestled along the bustling trade routes of the 17th and 18th centuries, Charleston was a coveted hotspot for pirates seeking plunder and adventure. One of the most well-known events involving pirates in Lowcountry history is the Blockade of Charleston in June 1718. Avast! We are happy to be joined by Charleston Pirate Tours co-owner and historian, Eric Lavendar. Eric, it's great to have you here with us today.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
And can you kind of give us an overview of this Blockade of Charleston that happened in June 1718 and why this is so significant in history?
Well, first of all, let me just say this. That was only one of 5 times that happened.
Okay.
Charleston's harbor was blockaded 5 different times between August of 1717 to November 1718.
All by pirates?
All by pirates.
Okay, so why is this one specifically significant?
Well, a couple of reasons I would think. Number one, because of who did it. Because if I was to tell somebody that Christopher Moody showed up, everybody go, well, who is he? But if I tell people it was Blackbeard that showed up, everybody knows who this is because of his recognition in history. Well, this was also significant because of the length of time that he actually sat out there. We believe he arrived somewhere around the 28th of May, right around then. And when he arrived, he sat in the ship's channel, which back then, the main shipping channel into Charleston was basically between Folly Beach and Morris Island, where Morris Island used to be. Now it's pretty much eroded away, but that was the main shipping channel. And when he arrived, over the course of this time, he picked up, I've read 7, I've read 8 ships that he captured.
Oh, wow.
Now, probably the one that was the most significant was a ship named Crowley, or Crowley, however you want to pronounce it. And this had a lot of very important people from Charleston. It was outbound. And Samuel Wragg, who was a member of the governor's council, was on that ship with his 4-year-old son, William. In all, he took about 200 hostages. And of course, Samuel Wragg was one of these hostages. And the reason they showed up here is the crew was sick. It was a very nasty, obviously, STD that these guys were suffering with. And they needed help. And they knew there was no help in North Carolina. That's where they were actually headed back to. So when they arrived, they began the process of just grabbing ships, coming and going. And as he would take the ships, he would most likely steal their provisions, but they were here for the medicine. Now, once word reached town what was going on, the governor was in a panic. Well, then a small boat came ashore here in Charleston. It had 3 men aboard. It had Captain Richards, who was one of Blackbeard's captains. Well, Richards told Governor Robert Johnson, if you don't give us what we've come for, we're going to happily kill all these people, burn their ships to the water, and as he put it, continuously beat you down about your ears as we burn every ship anchored before your town.
Okay, so assuming, how long did this go on for?
Well, we assume, based on some records, that he was here most likely for about a week.
Were any of the hostages killed?
No.
So they got their medicine?
Yep.
Okay. And now, was this one of the last times that they blockaded Charleston like this?
No.
No?
No. Other ships came along later.
Okay, and now when Blackbeard would travel with his crew, how many ships was it in total that he would
Well,
travel
he finally
with?
had a fleet of about 4 ships.
4 ships.
At one point, he had probably as many as 700 men.
And now, how did this affect Charlestown at that time, the aftermath of this event?
Well, the aftermath is what's kind of interesting because the governor is in a panic. You see, Charleston's not or Charlestown, as they put it then, it was not a royal colony. This is a proprietary colony. It's owned by 8 men in England. It's a privately owned colony, private business venture, these men. So there's no royal army, no royal navy, no royal anything. In fact, the governor was in such a panic that he actually wrote a letter to the Council of Trade and asked them if they could possibly send 2 armed ships just to sit off our beaches to keep these pirates at bay.
Wow. And now this is just one of the many stories that you tell on your pirate tours, right?
Exactly.
All right, perfect. And now where can our viewers find out more information about these tours you have available?
We have a website, charlestonpiratetour.com, and you can buy tickets online, or you can call us directly at 843-442-7299.
Wonderful, and these are award-winning tours.
Yes,
Might
we've
I
had a lot of
mention?
success. I'm not
Yeah.
going to, we've had a lot of fun doing it.
Wonderful.
We truly have.
Absolutely. Well, Eric, thank you so much for joining us, and we will put that
My
website
pleasure.
down below for all of you guys to learn more information. Thank you so much
Thank
again.
you so very, very much.
We're back after this.